There has been a lot of conversation around the July 23rd showcase event around Halo Infinite. A lot of people were very baffled to the decisions of showing the game. It was considered to be the showcase piece, so a lot of people would make the decision on if they should purchase the Xbox Series X or not, and it didn't live up to the expectations in the eyes of most people. But 343 has spoken out, and they are basically letting everybody know exactly what's going on with the graphical and visual fidelity that's happening in Halo Infinite. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Forte, and thank you for checking out this video. Please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you head over to Twitter, follow me over there. It's the best place to interact with me as a gamer, so we can talk about the things we don't talk about in this video. So first, let's discuss one thing. If you're still super excited for Halo Infinite, don't let other people take your shine away. I understand that there's a lot of hate out there because a lot of people are just truly disappointed in what they saw when it comes to the demo for Halo Infinite. But if you're still excited for it, just be excited for it. Don't let other people ruin your sunshine. Don't allow other people to basically tell you how you should feel about a game that you're excited for. If they're not excited for it, oh well, they'll just miss out on a great game, and hopefully that's what 343 will bring us. Now, there are a lot of things that still need to be worked on in the background, and hopefully we get a very polished product in the very end. But my advice to anybody that is very excited for this game is just be excited for it. Don't let anybody else ruin the excitement you have for a new game that's coming out in the next generation. But with that being said, guys, let's get into what 343 had to say. All of this info will be linked in the description, plus you can check it out over at the Halo Waypoint website. That is where you will get all of the information around anything Halo, so please check out that website. So this is a pretty lengthy thread. There's a whole bunch of other things that they talked about in here, everything from PC to co-op and how that's going to work. And the biggest thing I just want to concentrate on is the response to the graphics and the visual fidelity. And this is what they had to say. First, we want to acknowledge that yes, we heard the feedback coming from parts of the community regarding the visuals in the Halo Infinite campaign demo. While we see and hear far more positives than negatives, we do want to share a bit more context from our perspective. There are two key areas being debated around the community: overall art style and visual fidelity. Based on our learning from Halo 4, Halo 5, and Halo Wars 2, along with strong community feedback, we decided to shift back towards the legacy aesthetic that defined the original trilogy. With Halo Infinite, we are returning to a more classic art style, which was a key message going back to the very first reveal that garnered enthusiastic and positive responses. This translates to a more vibrant palette, cleaner models, and objects with less noise. Though it doesn't mean less detail, while we appreciate this may not be everyone's personal preference, we stand by this decision and are happy to see it resonating with so many fans around the world. The second thing being discussed involves visual fidelity. Negative feedback in this area includes comments around characters and objects appearing flat, simplistic, and plastic-like. Lighting feels dull and flat, and object pop-ins. We read your comments, we've seen the homemade examples of retouch content, and yes, we even heard of the Digital Foundry assessment. In many ways, we are in agreement here. We do have to work to address some of these areas and raise the level of fidelity and overall presentation of the final game. The build used to run the campaign demo was a work in progress from several weeks ago, with a variety of graphical elements in the game system still being finished and polished. While some of the feedback was expected and speaks to the areas already in progress, other aspects of the feedback have brought new opportunities and considerations to light that the team is taking very seriously and working to assess. We don't have firm answers or outcomes to share yet, but the team is working as quickly as possible on plans to address some of the feedback around details, clarity, and the overall fidelity. The team is committed and focused on making sure we have a beautiful world for players to explore when we launch. So the one thing I take away from this post is the fact that some of the rumors of it being more like a 6-month-old build aren't really true. Maybe when certain people played it 7 months ago, this is the same demo, but the actual build of the demo is a lot further along. which is kind of worrisome, but a lot of things can change in development over the course of 3 to 4 weeks compared to what the timetable they're actually saying. So I'm still willing to give them a benefit of the doubt that they can actually get this changed. But the fact that they just came out and said that, look, the aesthetic that we're going for is more like the original trilogy, Halo 1, 2, and 3, and that is the palette they want to go with. And it is a little bit more simplistic, but it is definitely wanted and garnered by a lot of people that really loved Halo in the beginning. I just think that they're not taking into consideration that the Xbox Series X needs to have that game that just completely blows people away with the fidelity, and Halo was looking to be that. And with the color palette and stuff that they're doing to basically bring Halo Infinite to life, it doesn't look like we're going to get that, but it's still going to be a great looking game. I just think people were expecting a little bit more on the visual side when it came to a next generation game. But it ultimately comes down to you guys, and I'm gonna ask you, what do you think, as I always do? Are you excited to play in the same palette that they have for Halo 1, 2, and 3? Do you like the redesign that they're doing to the game to bring it back to somewhat more of a nostalgia feel? Or were you a fan of the Halo 4 and Halo 5 visual fidelity and wish they would go back to that? I'm definitely interested in seeing what you guys have to say around this. But guys, this has been amazing. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all those good things, share it on social media. Make sure you hit the bell notification to know the next time one of my videos go live. Make sure you check out my last video where I went over all of the things you're gonna get in Rogue Company. If you're definitely a fan of that game, you definitely want to know what's going to be happening with that game over the course of the rest of 2020. Outside of that, man, you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you in the next video. Peace.